Archie babysits little Joey and takes him to a poker game on All in the Family tonight at 7:30 on Channel 48.
There were 3 of them, you see. They were big. I mean, their muscles had muscles, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, I was able to deck 2 of them. I have a black belt in karate. But the 3rd one had a knife.
I know. I read all about it in the newspaper.
Hey, you can't believe everything you read in the newspapers, honey. I'm telling you how it happened. What'd you say your name was?
Why don't you just call me Nurse?
Is that Mrs. Nurse or Miss Nurse?
It's Ms. Nurse.
Oh! How come nurses are so sexy, huh? You know, maybe I should have been a famous doctor instead of a famous lawyer. Oh, company coming, huh?
Yeah. Is it good? Come in. He's all yours.
Hi, Scarlett.
Awake.
Hey, what about the rest of my back rub?
Yeah, I'm sorry to spoil your fun, Cliff.
I hope you guys are happy.
Favorite candy.
What's the use of being in a hospital? They can't
Come
have
on,
your
you
back.
guys. This is business, all right?
I'm sorry, I did not see no evil. I did not hear no evil. This guy came up behind me and put a knife in me.
Wait a minute, that's the first time you said the word guy.
Hey, forget about it, will you? That was just a loose expression. We all know it was done by a girl.
Yeah? How about a puppet?
What?
Show it to him.
Ta-da. Oh, it's very cute, Calvin. You come here to entertain the patients? I just want to kill him McGrath's, huh?
Well, we found it right next to Molly Sherwood where she was attacked.
I like Sherwood. Who's she?
You know who she is? She works for April and Draper Scott.
Oh, yeah, the lady who gave me the sandwiches. Well, what's she have to do with me?
Well, we think she is part of a chain of events that began way back with Elliot Dorn.
Elliot Dorn?
These blood stains match Elliot Dorn's blood type. We think that the puppet was used as a glove by Elliot's assailant.
What's it have to do with me?
Well, we'll tell you what the connection is if you tell us something. You were acting sort of as Kelly McGrath's legal advisor, weren't you?
Well, so what? A lot of people need legal advisors.
What we would like to know is, did Kelly come to see you the night that you were stabbed?
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Quilted Pampers. Doesn't your baby deserve Pampers dryness? And by Crisco oil, for fried foods that don't taste greasy and salads with no heavy oily taste.
Remember me?
Uh-huh. You're that husband who works late.
Cold fried chicken. Too bad you can't fry it again.
Hey, hand me my Crisco oil.
You wouldn't.
It was your idea.
It'll soak up more oil. Won't it taste greasy?
Think positive.
No greasy taste.
Even fried twice. Crisco oil's great.
Well, it was my idea.
Huh?
Why do Crisco oil foods taste great?
No greasy taste.
And Crisco oil has no cholesterol.
Mom, he took my brownie. Ricky, he only took half. I can't put it back together.
Well, you can if it's moist.
It's magic.
Duncan Hines does the trick. The liquid chocolate flavor packet makes a moist batter that makes brownies so moist they cling.
Magic. For my next trick, I'll make this brownie disappear.
Duncan Hines brownies. Our magic is our moistness.
Look, Cliff, we realize that Kelly is your client and you want to protect him, but
That's right. Look, it's a lawyer's sacred duty to protect his client. You know, it's innocent until proven guilty. Now, I'm telling you, Kelly did not come to see me the night I was stabbed.
But he was supposed to, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, we did have an appointment, but I'm sorry, at the time I was very busy being stabbed by a maniac.
What time was the appointment?
We didn't have a set time. I called him at my car's house and I said, Kelly, we better talk. Can you come over to the office? I guess by the time he got there, I was already in the emergency ward.
Yeah, well, he claims that he never got there. That he remembered having some other appointment that evening, some previous engagement.
Yeah, he said that he had a date with his girlfriend, Jody Travis. He said he tried to call you a couple of times. And do you remember him calling you at all?
No, he didn't call me.
Well, he says he called you several times, or at least he tried, and all he got was a busy signal or no answer.
Well, that's possible. I mean, I was on the phone a lot that evening, and I did go next door to use a coffee machine
Now,
once.
wait a minute. Cliff, you don't have to corroborate Kelly's story. Just because you want to protect your client doesn't mean you should protect the person who put you in the hospital.
Come on, Scarlett. You don't think Kelly's responsible for this, do you? I mean, that's crazy. Why would a guy want to kill his lawyer? I haven't even sent him his bill yet.
Cliff, we do not know the reason why Kelly might want to see you dead. As a matter of fact, we were sort of hoping that you might tell us why.
I think you guys have lost your senses. I mean, this is crazy. Kelly's a nice kid. He's being railroaded into this. All right, so you found this puppet, right? Would a guy be dumb enough to use his own puppet to kill Elliot Dorn?
Cliff, we are not talking about Elliot Dorn. We are talking about you.
Look, if he says that he was having dinner with his girlfriend that night, that's what he was
Cliff,
doing.
come on! Kelly was seen in your office building that night.
My office?
That's right. We have an eyewitness who saw him leaving the floor a couple of minutes after you were stabbed.
No, that's crazy. That witness is lying.
There is no reason for the witness to lie. The witness is Molly Sherwood.
The woman who was assaulted?
Exactly.
And after she was assaulted, the person who assaulted her dropped that.
Well, that's crazy. It's just a coincidence, that's all. No. This is a frame-up. Of course, that's what it is. Look, you guys can't let her pull the wool over your eyes like this.
She is not pulling the wool over our eyes. She didn't even want to tell us about Kelly in the first place.
I'm not talking about Molly Sherwood. You know who I'm talking about. Now, look, Kelly is a nice kid. He comes from a nice family. He's Nancy Carr's nephew. He's got a nice family here and in Rome.
Keep it together. Steady. You do better than that. Okay, everybody, just keep working. Keep working. Good. Kelly, I'm gonna have to start charging you for using the studio if you show up so often. Now, why don't you send me a bill? Only wait till I get a job. Well, what's the matter with you? Why don't you go change?
Gavin, I have to talk to you. I have to tell you something.
Go ahead.
It's about the job with Martine.
What about it?
I've decided to accept it.
Oh, now I know why he's here. You thought I might get physical, is that it? You thought you need a bodyguard. Hey, come on, I'm only along for moral support. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Gavin, please don't be angry with me. I know you don't think I'm ready for this job.
Not only do I not think you're ready for this job, I don't believe Martine thinks you're ready. Martine is playing a game with me, and you are nothing but a pawn.
Stop it. You told me I'm exactly the kind of dancer she wants. She knows my faults, she knows how inexperienced I am, but she thinks I'll learn quickly.
You must have thought the same thing, Gavin. Isn't that why you were giving Jody free lessons? They weren't free. Nothing's free in this world. Those instructions had a price, Jody, remember? You made a deal with me, a contract. You promised to let me decide about your career.
I know, Gavin, and I'm not trying to go back on the deal.
Then what was the statement?
I'm trying to convince you that this is the best thing for my career. Gavin, I'm not going to be a star in this show. I'm not even going to be a featured performer. I'm just going to be in the chorus, that's all.
Do you think you can hide inexperience in a chorus line? You're wrong, honey. Some of the best dancers in this country are working on chorus lines right now, after beating out their brains to get the job.
She's already got the job. Why won't you let her take advantage of it?
Martine is taking the advantage.
You're wrong. Martine wants me, and I don't think she's trying to hurt you in any way.
What are you so paranoid about this woman for?
Nobody asked you, Kelly.
Sorry.
Gavin, please, don't you see how important this is to me? This is a dream I've had all my life, and now it's a dream come true. It's the only time I ever danced in front of... Forget it. I don't even want to talk about it. But this is real, Gavin. This is on stage. I may never get another chance like this.
What if you fail? What if you make a fool of yourself on that
Then
stage?
I'll come back here and I'll start working. In fact, I won't ever stop working here. I'll keep on learning. Gavin, please say yes.
What if I said no? Would you listen to me?
Yes, I would.
Hey, Jody.
Kelly, I have to. It's part of the contract.
I'll think it over. Go get changed. Everybody take it from the top.
Come on, Noah. Come on. Attaboy.
Got pictures of your first step.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
The pictures came.
Oh, great. Oh, hey, Annie, you want to see your nephew's first step?
Oh,
how far did he walk? He went from here over to the chair with the Pampers.
Oh, he used Pampers, huh?
Uh-huh, nothing but.
Oh, well, you know, I'm going to use those elastic diapers on my baby. I think they're kind of cute.
Annie, staying drier is what's important to a baby.
And no diaper stays drier than quilted Pampers.
Hey, they are quilted. Uh-huh. These quilted Pampers stay twice as dry as Pampers before they quilted them.
Twice as dry?
Absolutely.
Wet both, wait, and slip in a blotter. Quilted Pampers stay twice as dry.
That much drier. It's just gotta feel better. It's just gotta.
Noah recommends them.
Quilted Pampers stay twice as dry.
Reach for those arms. Nice, Gavin. Well, I suppose you think it's a great idea.
You mean her job? Yeah, I think it's terrific. I never got any good with the puppets until I started working in front of a live audience.
How long did it take you to start working professionally?
Look, what's that got to do with it? If Jody's ready now, she's ready, even if you don't think so. Kevin, why do you see this whole thing as a plot against you?
You just don't know the story, Kelly.
Well, why don't you tell me? What kind of case has Martine got against you anyway? What'd you do to her?
I let her go.
You mean you fired her?
No. I let her quit. I let her go on to fame and fortune. She's got everything in the world now, thanks to me. She'll never forgive me for it.
Oh, looks good, doesn't it? Only try and eat something, will you? You've been eating like a bird these past few days. Oh, wait, you seem to have neglected the bread.
Sorry, sir. I'll bring it right up.
No, that's all right. Just get the card out of here.
Yes, sir.
Now, what were we saying?
You were talking about your aunt.
Oh, yes, dear old Aunt Geraldine. Well, I hardly recognize the old battle axe, even if she hadn't changed a bit in 10 years.
And how was she different?
Well, I just never imagined her in quite that setting, behind the desk of a television executive. I've always remembered her as being in drawing rooms surrounded by politicians in evening dress.
Yes, you told me she was quite influential once.
She still is. Only now she's more of a social than a political leader. The First Lady of Monticello. That's what they've been calling her for years.
How did you go from politics to managing a television studio?
Well, she lost almost her entire family. Her husband and her 2 sons. They were her power base in Washington. Now there's nobody left.
Except you?
I don't think she really considers me part of the family. I told you she never cared very much for my father. Not that an awful lot of people did. The Whitney clan didn't approve of his profligate ways.
But you're still his son's guy. And that makes you this woman's nephew.
That's right. We're the last of the famous Whitney clan. I'd like for you to meet her.
Well, well. You're asking me to meet your family now. Next thing I know, you will propose in marriage.
I wouldn't worry about that, Angel. I treasure my freedom too much.
So do I.
Of course, there are very many different ways to define that word, aren't there?
How do you define it?
Let's change the subject, shall we?
Or why? I'd like to know what is your definition of freedom. Is it the same for you as it is for me?
Men and women operate within different limits, Martine.
Really?
Don't let anyone tell you different.
Oh, I'm not asking anyone. I'm asking Skylar Whitney.
Well, you're free to do whatever you want. So long as what you do doesn't make either one of us unhappy.
Look at my beautiful hair. Want to know the secret? A secret shared only by hairdressers? Germac introduces the professional hair care collection, formerly available only through salons. The Germac collection, specially developed by hair care professionals. Each shampoo and conditioner is formulated to meet a specific hair need. For beautiful, healthy-looking hair the professional way. Germac, trade secret of beautiful hair. Now at a store near you.
Fisher-Price knows that your babies love nothing better than to make things happen. And so we created activity toys that small hands can put into action. Our activity bath setter has things that pour and spin and squirt with lots of surprises too. Because making things happen all by yourself is the first step to growing up. The activity toys by Fisher-Price.
I refuse to handle another sloppy soap bar.
Try new soft soap brand. Cream soap on tap. Rich, pearly lather for about 300 wash-ups without the soapy mess. New soft soap lasts about as long as all of these, yet costs less. Best of all, you won't ever have to clean up this mess again. Perfect for kitchen and bathroom. Soft soap. For soap without the soapy mess.
You can't wish their coughs away. You can't hug their coughs away. You can give them Novahistine, because you can't buy better care for a cough. Novahistine and Robitussin both contain active ingredients, but these Novahistine cough products all have a cough suppressant, dextromethorphan. Only half the Robitussin cough products contain any cough suppressant. So give them Novahistine and a hug, because you can't buy better care for a cough.
You've hardly touched your salad.
I've had enough.
You've always told me what terrific appetites dancers have.
An appetite can be killed very easily.
You're unhappy about what I said, aren't you? You'd have preferred me to tell you that you are as free as a bird to do whatever you want, even if it is me who... Damn, I'm still hungry. I should have told the waiter to bring that bread.
Why don't you finish your sentence? Why don't you say it? You were the one who furnished me with my gilded cage.
Don't be stupid. You're not an old man's darling, Pablo, where you don't spend your day in canopy beds, reading trashy novels and eating bonbons.
Oh, you're right, darling. I don't do that. I dance instead.
That's right, you dance. That's what makes you happy, isn't it?
But that's what makes you happy, too.
Of course. I'm your biggest fan. And one day you're going to earn me a lot of money, Precious.
You don't need money, Sky. That's your problem. You don't need money. You need other things.
I need you.
As what?
As everything you are to me.
I'm only one thing to you. I'm your dancing doll, and that's all I've ever been to you.
That's not true.
That's what my freedom is limited to. I have to wait for you around to wind me up so I can dance for your pleasure.
For the public, babe. For the whole world to see.
And then, when the dance is over, you put me away in the cupboard until you want to play with me again.
Yes, and you know what my favorite game is. But there hasn't been very much playing lately, has there?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling, but I've been working so much these days. I'm getting ready for your new theater, remember? Oh, you want to show your hometown what a nice little doll you own.
There's never been a lock on that cupboard, Martine. You could have left whenever you wanted.
Yes. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We've both been under a lot of pressure these days. I'm feeling it myself.
Still having problems with the theater?
More than I care to talk about. And how about you? You found a new theater to work out in, I understand? Where is it?
River Avenue.
How do you like it?
It's all right. Small. It will do.
And how did Gavin Wiley take the news that you weren't going back to his studio?
I'd rather not discuss Gavin, if you please.
Why not?
Well, I'd rather talk about your family. This aunt of yours. She's very interesting.
Well, you'll have an opportunity to speak with her yourself. I've made a dinner engagement.
Did you?
For tonight.
Now, Nicole, of course I'm happy to have Nancy at the station, but that doesn't mean we prefer her to you.
Yes, but still, it's very good that you have somebody to rely on, just in case it's a long time before I can come back to work.
Well, it's not going to be a long time. It just can't be. I mean, I realize this illness is a nuisance, aren't they all? But you're young and strong, and I'm sure you'll overcome it very quickly.
Well, I can't tell you how glad I am to hear you say that. Of course, I'd be a lot happier if your name were Jeremy Stewart.
No, my dear, doctors don't know everything. As a matter of fact, there are times when I think they know very little.
I married one.
Oh, dear. That is a sign of my illness. It's chronic, I'm afraid. It's called foot-in-mouth disease.
Oh, Geraldine, I miss you so much. I only could go back to the studio. You know, it seems like a century since I did the news.
There was a time when you complained about too heavy a schedule.
If I go back, I am never going to complain again.
For heaven's sake, don't use the word if. You have to come back for Nancy's sake, if nothing else. She can't go on doing the TV news and handling her job at the newspaper.
Yeah, that's true. And look at you. You've been working pretty hard yourself, haven't you?
Well, I have an evening off, as it so happens. I'm dining tonight with a black sheep.
Really?
Yes. My nephew, Skylar Whitney, is in town. He's an excessively rich young man who's just bought himself a new toy, the old Alhambra Theater.
Oh, I've heard about that. He's starting a dance company. Did you know Jody may be one of the dancers?
Well, I'll put in a good word for Jody with the star of the company. Apparently, she's dining with us tonight, too. Oh, Nicole, I do wish you'd come back to us very soon. We miss you very much.
I'm trying, Geraldine. I promise you I am trying.
It's no use kidding ourselves. Look at this rate of decline.
I really hated the idea of showing you this, Miles.
Nicole's aplasia isn't just progressing, it's going downhill like a toboggan, isn't it?
I wanted you to know how serious it is. She must be extremely careful of infection of any kind.
I know, even a cold could kill her.
I even thought that perhaps isolation.
See, she just wouldn't stand for that. No. Wouldn't make any real difference anyway. 1 month, 2 months in isolation. It's not going to halt that decline.
I never gave you an optimistic forecast, Miles.
Well, then why don't we just say it right out in the open? My wife is going to die.
Hurry, hon. You're late for night school.
Are you sure you can handle this whole mess?
Ah, you knew. Hurry, hon. You're late for night school.
Are you sure you can handle this whole mess?
Ah, your new husband's a pro at laundry.
Yeah, well, you'll need a lot to get this clean.
Just some Era.
Ha! Some pro you are. Now, you need powder, spray for grease, and liquid for collars.
Era has ingredients like these. Cleans your whole wash all by itself.
You mean Era cleans more than my powder? Even something like Axle grease?
I'm telling you.
Husbands, do it my way.
You used to trust me.
Bye.
Wives. Era's all I need.
He's right. Even on dirt this tough, when we test Era against powder, Era cleans better all by itself.
Hi, hon. Great job. Pants, collars, really clean. See, you did need all my things.
All I used was Era.
Come on, what about that grease?
It's clean.
Era cleaned all this?
All by itself. I guess you found a new detergent.
I guess you found a new job.
Era cleans it.
All by itself.
Linda Carter continues her battle against a mysterious alien on Wonder Woman tonight at 6 o'clock. Then Aunt Esther has been trying to adopt a baby and finally gets an appointment with the adoption agency on Sanford & Son tonight at 7 o'clock on Channel 48.
I kept hoping there would be a remission, a reversal of this trend. That does happen in these cases. Lord knows why.
Yeah, if only we did. If only we knew the trigger that made that happen.
But as I told you last week or so, there is another answer. It's relatively new, and it isn't a 100% guarantee of a cure.
The bone marrow transplant.
As you know, bone marrow is the key to the whole disease. If we can replace Nicole's bone marrow with healthy marrow, let it replenish itself, it might be the way to a complete cure.
Yeah, we talked about it. You said you were going to send me some recent reports.
I have a very recent report from our own file. A woman, 41, severe aplasia, given a bone marrow transplant from her son. Recovery complete, Miles.
Complete?
It wasn't an easy procedure. It required total irradiation, weeks of isolation. We had to wait a month before we could tell if her body would reject the transplant. It didn't. That woman is going to live as normal a life as she would have had if this damned thing hadn't struck.
Yeah, but you see, from what I understand, the donor's got to be a blood relation, isn't that right?
Otherwise, the odds are very poor. It has to be a blood relative, a parent, sibling.
Well, you see, both of Nicole's parents are dead.
But she does have a sister, doesn't she?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Clear. 1, 2, lift up. 3, 4, side stretch. 5, 6, and 2, 7.
Lawrence Henderson exposes the French connection.
The French connection? French fries and Wesson oil. What's the connection? Wesson is the secret of great-tasting French fries. Crisp and delicate outside, moist inside. Why Wesson? Wesson forms a quick crust that seals in flavor. That's why Wesson fries taste crisp and delicate outside, moist inside. You got it, and I plan to keep it. Wesson, the secret of great-tasting French fries.
It's premiere time on ABC. Yeah! Wednesday on the season premiere of Taxi, Louis loses his girl.
I met another man.
And loses his will to be Louis the Louse.
My life is over. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Then on Soap, the blackmailer is going to expose to the world those spicy photos of Bert. And Jessica's back, and flooded with marriage proposals.
Tomorrow, starting at 9, eat Central and Mountain.
Stay tuned to find out about employment. Join host Marty Jacobs as guests on Delaware Valley next. Then later, Lee Majors and Sonny Bono star in The $6 Million Man tonight at 6:30, right here on Channel 48.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
Senator Bradley has another tax idea. Philadelphia pays 340% more than necessary to dump garbage. And we're going to talk about unemployment fraud. It's all next on Del Val.
Where's Ma?
I don't know. She took off out of here like a dingbat out of hell.
Laugh along with the Bunkers on All in the Family tonight at 7:30.
I don't think I should look too sexy.
Don't worry, Ma. You never do.
In None But the Brave.